Cochin Shipyard Limited has been declared lowest bidder by the Ministry of Defence for the construction of 5 next-generation survey vessels for the Indian Navy, with an order value of about 5,000 crore rupees. L&T Shipbuilding has launched the first of 3 cadet training ships in Chennai for the Indian Navy. Bharat Electronics Limited and France's Safran Electronics will sign an agreement for local production of Hammer air-to-surface weapons, including 200 km plus Hammer-250 XLR variant, and 150 km range Hammer-1000 XLR variant, with an initial production rate of 1,000 units per year. French Defence Major Thales has announced the launch of Thales Research and Technology India in Bengaluru, making India one of its 5 global research and technology hubs. India's Zorawar light tank initial batches will feature Rafale's Trophy active protection system, while later variants will adopt a multi-layer indigenous system combining soft-kill electronic warfare and hard-kill interceptors to defeat drones and anti-tank threats in high-altitude warfare. Amid renewed concerns over a possible kill switch in F-35 fighter jets, Dutch State Secretary for Defense has suggested that the F-35 software could be jailbroken like an iPhone if the US withholds upgrades. His remarks have reignited earlier fears in Europe that Washington could restrict or impair F-35 operations during political tensions. Commander of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command Admiral Samuel Paparo Jr. visited the Indian Army's Western Command headquarters with the U.S. Ambassador Sergio Gore, where the delegation was briefed on the formation's capabilities and future roadmap. Russian Navy frigate Marshal Shaposhnikov has arrived at Visakhapatnam to participate in International Fleet Review 2026 and Milan 2026 exercise, highlighting long-standing maritime ties between India and Russia. Indian Army Aviation has begun work on its first dedicated drone and remotely piloted aircraft base in Meerut that will feature a 2,110-meter runway for high-altitude long-endurance remotely piloted aircraft, while also supporting C-295 and C-130 aircraft. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visited Bharat Electronics Limited in Bengaluru, where he inaugurated the missile integration facility, and flagged off the Akash missile 3rd and 4th Regiment systems, and unveiled the Mountain Fire Control Radar system. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visited the RDO's gas turbine research establishment in Bengaluru, where he reviewed the progress of indigenous military aero engine programs, and witnessed the cavalry engine afterburner test. Interestingly, he also noted that a joint study with UK's Rolls-Royce is currently underway for an indigenous engine, and another process with France has already been initiated under the National Aero Engine Mission for development of a 120 kN class engine for the AMCA. The DRDO has developed an advanced watertight submarine-launched cruise missile capsule, allowing cruise missiles over 1,000 kilometers to launch from submerged submarines via 533 mm torpedo tubes or vertical launch systems. Trials from 2 Arihant-class SSBNs in the Bay of Bengal has validated launches from 80 meters depth, with induction targeted around 2028. With Bharat Dynamics Limited designated as the production agency. Hyderabad-based Azad Engineering has confirmed that the fully indigenous ATGG turbojet engine is about 75% completed, with initial delivery expected in the coming months. The compact ATGG turbojet is a lighter derivative of the Manik engine, optimized for the 350 km range naval anti-ship missile medium range. After delivering the first serial production cavalry derivative engine D1 in September 2025, Godrej Aerospace is preparing to hand over D2 and D3 engines to the gas turbine research establishment in the coming weeks. The engines will undergo extensive ground, endurance, high altitude and extreme weather trials to support the 2026 certification target for the Gatak unmanned combat aerial vehicle. Today's top 3 comments.